What is a mildly disturbing fact? Rabbits will eat their own young if they're stressed enough. So will humans. Edit, thanks for the silver. I don't even need to be stressed. Easy there, Cronus. The youngest person to be diagnosed with early onset dementia was just 6 years old. Do you have a source for this? I'd be interested to read more. Here you go. Emily died at a hospice in Oxford in May 2016 after a nurse mistakenly threw away part of her breathing tube. What the fuck? Dolly Parton lost a Dolly Parton look-alike contest to 6-foot overly exaggerated fake-breasted drag queen. And after the show, the winner walked up to Dolly Parton and said her tits were too small. That is my favorite random mildly disturbing fact. There are over 200 corpses on Mount Everest and they are used as waypoints for climbers. Butterflies have been known to drink blood. One time this little moth landed on my hand and it wouldn't fly off. I thought it was cute, so I said it was my pet and walked around with it there. It started to itch, so I picked it off my hand and it freaking tore my skin off and was drinking blood. The TSA didn't catch 95% of guns and other paraphernalia going through airports during a government-run experiment. Edit, hey kind stranger. Thanks for the gold. In the summer of 2002, when I was 13, I accidentally left a poker knife in my backpack when I boarded a plane at the Atlanta airport. They didn't find it and I didn't realize it was in there until after takeoff. But don't worry, they found and confiscated every last one of those highly dangerous water bottles. In France, a pig was dressed in human clothes, tried in court and was sentenced to death for eating a child's face. Frick, this blew up. I went from 41 karma to 6.8k and thank you so much for the gold. In fairness, that's pretty illegal. And very uncool. In toddlers, their adult teeth are right underneath their eyes. Edit, thanks kind stranger for the silver. He said mildly that a gorilla has a dick length average of 2 inches. So fear them. Fear them. Some guy at work during lunch said he hoped someone got raped by a gorilla a couple months ago, and then everyone looked at me weird when I then said that gorillas have tiny dicks. All I can think is, maybe the guy said I want grape pie and sarsaparilla, to which you replied gorillas have tiny dicks. Commercial flights often carry dead bodies. The farthest point on the planet you can be from civilization in any direction is a blip in the Pacific Ocean called Point Nemo. If you were stranded there, you'd be thousands of miles away from help and it would be very unlikely you'd be seen or rescued, as cargo ship routes don't go near it. To put the distance into perspective, the closest people to you would be the crew on the ISS. For extra context, the word Nemo is Latin for no one. Finding Nemo just became a really sad, lonely movie. The FDA allows small amounts of rat droppings in candy bars. If you're in a restaurant in a port town, the question that health inspectors ask isn't do you have rodents but how are you dealing with the rodents? If a restaurant claims they don't have rodents, that just means they aren't dealing with it. Don't eat there. It blew me away how impossibly hard it is to keep rodents out of a kitchen when I worked at a restaurant. You would expect that having all doors closed and windows netted nothing could enter. Bet the motherfuckers teleport or something. I say with confidence that there is not a restaurant in the world without at least one rat living in some part of it. Subway footlongs aren't a foot long. They also aren't $5 anymore. This is the most disturbing part.